Yo, what is up, y'all? My name is Robert Donaldson, and welcome back to another edition of Rob's Best Bets. And in this video, we are once again talking about college hoops. And man, Sunday was, wow, just a crazy day. We started off the day with an absolute banger with Wichita State. We picked them plus the 8.5 points, and we also took them on the plus 280 money line. It was our biggest hit of the day. It was our biggest bet of the day. And it really set a great tone for the day. But then immediately following that, we did have kind of a rockier road. And then, oh my goodness, to cap off the day, Northwestern up by 20 points in the second half, loses by 4. We had plus 2. It's just one of those games that makes you want to just rip all of your hair out. So aggravating. They couldn't buy a bucket down the stretch. They couldn't get a stop. I think Nebraska went on 2 separate 11-0 scoring runs during the second half. And then simultaneously, we're watching Creighton, who had that game kind of in the lead or within 3 points for the entirety of the game, only failed to cover for about 45 seconds of total game time, and it lands on 6. So we push. A lot of you guys were showing me plus 6.5 tickets, which honestly makes me feel really good. I'm glad you guys won by the hook because Creighton was by far the correct side in that game. Same with Northwestern, and somehow we dropped 3 units kind of spread out between those two teams. But hey, I'll get off my soapbox. It's one of those things that I just got to vent it out. I got to let it out to you guys, and I know you're probably right alongside me dealing with all that BS. But with all that being said, y'all, we have a really kind of, I guess, underwhelming Monday slate, if I'm being entirely honest. But first, let's take a second to shout out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. And Underdog Fantasy is absolutely fantastic if you like the daily fantasy scene, or if you like just betting on players and submitting pick'em entries. And if you aren't already following me over on Twitter/X at RobDFB, make sure you go over there and follow me because I do a lot of pick'em entries with Underdog. And if you want to take part in those as well, use promo code RobDFB at sign up, and they'll get you a pretty sweet deposit match bonus there as well. But with all that being said, y'all, I'm ready to hop into these Monday picks. All right, first up, we are heading out to the Missouri Valley Conference where we have Northern Iowa taking on Murray State. And if you're wondering, hey, Rob, wasn't this game on yesterday's slate and yesterday's card? Yes, you are correct, and the reason why it was actually postponed and not played yesterday is because there was a campus-wide power outage in Murray, Kentucky. Very, I don't even know what to say, very unique scenario to play out, and now Murray State, who we got at a minus 110 price on the money line, is now a minus 120 price on the money line. We're basically getting nickel and dimed here with this power outage, but, I still say that we bet it for 2 units for our first bet here on Monday. For pick number 2, we are heading out to the Southland where we have Stephen F. Austin taking on East Texas A&M, formerly known as Texas Commerce, and a lot of people say that, hey, Rob, this is your logo. They're jacking your style, and to that, I absolutely agree. This is my logo, just in reverse with a different colorway. But with all that being said, y'all, East Texas A&M has a horrible looking record. I mean, if you only have 3 wins at this point in the season, you're not having that great of a year. At the same time, in conference play, they have been very, very chippy. And Stephen F. Austin on the other side, has been a roller coaster all season long. They started off so poorly that they actually fired their head coach midway through the season, and then as of late, they are playing some better basketball in conference. But this is a very short line. This is 3.5 points, and Stephen F. Austin is a big brand. They also have been winning games as of late, and they're taking on a 3-win team, and East Texas A&M only laying 3.5. All the red flags go up, and it feels like an obligatory bet on East Texas A&M solely for that reason, and I say we go ahead and do it for 3 units for our second bet here on Monday. For pick number 3, we're going to stay in the Southland Conference where we have a game between Incarnate Ward and UT Rio Grande, and in this matchup, the last time we saw it, we actually had a bet in this game. We had a bet on Incarnate Word, and they were up for about 38 minutes, 37 minutes of game time before they absolutely collapsed down the stretch. And as of late, you know, Incarnate Word has dropped 3 of their last 5, but 3 of those games were to the top of the Southland Conference, where there's a clear kind of cutoff between the top tier and then the rest of the tiers in this conference, and I really don't dock them for that. On the other side, UT Rio Grande has not really been playing really good basketball as of late. They've been very up and down after a hot start, and for that reason, getting 3.5 points in a spot where you can kind of claim the revenge angle, if you will, I'm all over it. So give me Incarnate Word getting the 3.5 points on the road for 3 units for our third bet here on Monday. Pick number 4, we are heading out to Waco, Texas, where we have Arizona taking on Baylor, and Baylor has been, well, underwhelming, I would say is the best word to put it, because they do have a lot of talent. From the transfer portal, they have talent, and just from the freshmen incoming, they have talent as well. And obviously, they have one of the best coaches in the entire country, and it just really hasn't culminated to a lot of success and a lot of good basketball this season. And they're coming off of an overtime game against West Virginia, and Arizona, on the other hand, dropped that heartbreaker against Houston. And so there are a couple different factors at play when you're talking about the psychology and just the overall endurance that is going to be tested on Baylor's side in this game. And I do like Arizona in a bounce back spot here. I really liked how they've been playing just in general, especially if you can kind of break them away from late game scenarios. I do feel like for 35 to 38 minutes, they play some of the best ball in this conference. And even though Waco is a tough place to play, I still feel like on a Monday, Arizona is capable of coming in here and winning this game outright. So let's go ahead and take that 1.5 points. We get that buzzer beater buffer, if you will, with the 1.5 hook. And I say we bet it for 2 units for our final play here on Monday. All that being said, I really want to thank you guys for checking out today's video. And if you do want to show some love, make sure you drop a like in the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below. I love engaging with you guys down there. But with all that being said, y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.